Columbus, Ohio. This is the Get Business Credit YouTube channel with your host, Josh Van Horn. Subscribe now and hit the bell notification right now to stay up to date as soon as we release new business credit gems. Take it over, Josh.
Hey, welcome to Get Business Credit YouTube channel. This is Josh. Just wanted to say Happy Father's Day. I hope all you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Anyways, let's get right into the video. In this video, we're going to be going over the 4 main business credit bureaus. You need to know how to strategically build up business credit. So just to give you an example, like I have the Centurion Black card here. It's an invite only through American Express. And as you can see behind me, I have over 100 cards right there. Mainly, I would say 70% are business. I got another stack here. I got another stack in my sock drawer. I have over $2.4 million in business credit. How I was able to obtain that with a brand new LLC back in, I think, 2021. I did everything strategically. So if you keep on getting denials, then you want to listen to this video and listen to the whole entire video. Building business credit doesn't have to be complex. Even if you have bad personal credit, you can still achieve good results building your business credit and getting credit lines, because there still is several no PG, no personal guarantee options when it comes to building up business credit. Of course, if you have good personal credit, 700 or higher, then you can get even more business credit. Even if it's not personally guaranteeing, some things are, say, soft pull, where they do a soft pull on your personal credit report. So can you get millions having bad personal credit scores? No, that's not likely. But can you get 6 figures having bad personal credit? Yes, you can. It is obtainable. I would say between personal and business, I have well over 200 cards. I would say maybe 140 of them are business cards. And out of those credit lines, I would say somewhere in the ballpark of 60% is no personal guaranteeing, and nothing comes up on my personal credit at all. So if you're sick of getting denials, and you don't know what you're doing wrong, you're applying for certain credit lines, and then say Synchrony, Sam's Club, no PG, Business MasterCard, say the reasoning for denial is your business information cannot be verified. I can explain to you exactly how to go about getting your business so it is being able to be verified by the underwriters. There's so much more to it than personal credit. There's only 5 factors when it comes to your personal credit scores. With business credit, you have multiple different business credit bureaus that you got to focus on and strategically go after. If you're trying to get the Sam's Club No PG Business MasterCard, you need to make sure your Experian business credit is in tip-top shape. And not just having random trade lines reporting, you need to have the right trade lines and the right amount of payment experiences and trade payments, a good account mix on that as well. Not just some NAVs and eCredible and Net30s. You need to have more than that. So if you want to know more and you're sick of getting denials and not getting anywhere, then just text me right here, 937-423-9954. I offer one-on-one business credit mentorship. I'll show you that here in a moment, but first let's get into the video. Strategically building up your business credit. So as I stated, there's 4 main business credit bureaus, and depending on the underwriter, they're going to be more likely to pull for financially related MasterCard, Visas, business lines of credit, anything financial related. 9 out of 10 times is going to be pulled by Experian business. That's what the underwriter is always going to be using. They could use an overflow credit pull, say Experian as their main decision making. But then if something needs to be verified, if you're lacking on Experian rich filmographic data, then they may use an overflow as Credit Safe, or it could be Dun & Bradstreet or Equifax. But more times than not, it's always going to be Experian as the primary pull, and then if the rich filmographic data is lacking, then the overflow is always going to be either Credit Safe or Dun & Bradstreet. So it is easy to obtain all this and all those if you're strategically going after the right credit lines and the right trade lines. Don't just do this blind, and don't just go get these different Net30 trade line vendors where you have to pay a fee, like $99 membership fee. A lot of those aren't going to be beneficial. Half of them don't even report. The people that are promoting those on YouTube, those don't ever even report. And business credit is not federally regulated like personal credit is. There's a lot of issues involved when it comes to businesses saying that they're going to report, but they don't. So let's jump into it. So I'm going to break down each one very quickly. So we have Dun & Bradstreet first. So Dun & Bradstreet was the major player. 9 out of 10 underwriters 10 years ago, 20 years ago, always used Dun & Bradstreet. In fact, Experian, Equifax, those weren't major players. Equifax and Experian was more so on the personal. However, especially since COVID and a lot of fraud going on, Dun & Bradstreet is actually pretty easy to manipulate on doing the self-reporting trade lines. A lot of financial institutions moved away from relying on Dun & Bradstreet credit report data to make their financial decisions. They may still use Dun & Bradstreet, but the majority that are using Dun & Bradstreet for their primary decision making is going to be industrial supply underwriters like Quill, Uline, even though Uline reports to Experian, but they actually are going to be pulling your Dun & Bradstreet. So those type of trade lines, the credit departments are typically always going to be pulling Dun & Bradstreet. And some equipment leasing as well. Next one is Equifax and PayNet. It's frequently used for, really it's number one when it comes to, say, business auto financing, the no PG business auto loans. A lot of people are getting ones for Toro. So like Ally, for instance, they're going to be pulling Equifax. And not all, but a majority of the lenders that offer financing for business auto financing is going to be Equifax. And even on the personal side, Equifax is widely used. So just keep that in mind. So if you're trying to get a no PG business auto loan, then you want to work on all your business credit bureaus, because one trade line, Uline, for instance, it's rarely going to report to more than one bureau. There is some that report to all, but it's very rare. You really need to have 5 to 10 trade lines reporting on each bureau. So in reality, you might need to get 20, 25 different trade lines to be able to have that many across all the bureaus. But you can use, say, eCredible to help get some of those other ones reported to Equifax. So also, if you're trying to get, say, equipment leasing, the underwriters are typically going to be pulling Equifax or Dun & Bradstreet. Next is going to be Experian, the most important. Experian Business Credit Information Solutions. It's most commonly used for SBA lending because they have a business FICO score, SBFF, business banking lending, fintech lending, the Divvy or Ramp cards, Capital on Tap, Web Bank, the Dell Business Line of Credit, and the gas cards, MasterCards. So all those underwriters are going to be pulling Experian business. And the majority of all businesses can benefit from financial products. There's limited things you can do with, say, a Sunbelt rental $40,000 credit line, unless you're in construction and you need to rent a crane. I recommend all my students to build up Experian, get those trade lines that report to Experian. That's by far the most important. And then you can build up all the other ones as well. That's why I said strategically building up your business credit will help you obtain like I got, because that's exactly what I did, is strategically figured out who reports to who. Even though some say they report to this bureau or that bureau, I was the guinea pig to make sure that they reported, and I had the premium Experian business membership where I could correlate the last 4 digits of the account number to all of these different cards and credit lines that I have to see exactly who's reporting, what dates, the pattern each month, and then you time everything strategically so you can benefit it. And then like OPM, use other people's money. So you could use, say, one strategy that, like I teach in my one-on-one business credit mentorship, is where you could take some gas cards that you could get unlocked for multi-use, and you could get multiple of them from the same underwriter, just different brands. And then you could, say, liquidate or use one large purchase with one, and then in 30 days when it's due, or 45 days when it's due, use another one that you have, liquidate that to pay them back with basically their own money. You can do that. I'm not saying you have to. That's, and again, strategic methods that you can utilize. And I rarely talk about those strategic methods because there is a lot of fraud out there and a lot of scammers that are actually just looking to get these credit lines and never pay them back. That's why there's less and less no personal guarantee available. Anyways, if you are interested in my one-on-one business credit mentorship, text me 937-423-9954. You can text me now, and we can do a free consultation and go over everything. Okay, next is going to be Credit Safe. Most people probably haven't heard of Credit Safe, but it is the largest business credit bureau in the world. But they are fairly new, I would say in the last 5 to 7 years in the U.S., but their primary market was like Europe. However, they've been very aggressive for the last 5 to 7 years, and they're very popular as an overflow application. Say Experian is primarily used, so Synchrony may use Experian to make, say, the Sam's Club No PG Business MasterCard as their financial decision making, but then overflow will be identity check pull through Credit Safe, just to verify the address and the business owner's name, even if it is no PG. So just keep that in mind. It's primary use for business identity data checks, although there is trade lines reporting. They're getting bigger and bigger. So it's one bureau that you do not want to neglect. But you do want to put effort into building that one up as well, because it can really go a long ways, especially if you have all 4 main bureaus, real thick files. Then your recommended credit limit with all of them are going to be higher, especially if they're the right trade lines. You don't just want to go out blindly and just get, like, say, Summa Office Supply, Strategic Solutions, all those. Those are crap anyways. I don't suggest anybody getting those. But you don't just want to go blindly and get all these $100 trade lines, because getting 10 of those is not going to do anything for you. In fact, it's going to look like you're trying to build up your business credit to intentionally, I don't want to say commit fraud, but you're desperate. You have to do it strategically. That's what I teach in my one-on-one business credit mentorship. This is not an overnight process. It takes time, but you can achieve amazing things when it comes to business credit. Having an interbanking relationship is also super important with business credit, and it can go a long ways. So anyways, let's get out of here, and then I'll just make this real quick. Like I said, if you are interested in my one-on-one business credit mentorship, I have a few slots still available. I have now changed it a little bit. I have 12 weeks. I have 16 weeks, 26 weeks, and 52 weeks, depending on what your short-term and long-term business credit goals are. It's for those that are new or established business. We need to first do a free consultation to see if I can qualify you. If I can qualify you, then we can go from there. See if my program is right for you, because my mentorship is not for everybody. Real quick, if you are still listening, this is my client portal. So if I do accept you, you're going to just go to this. I'll give you all the instructions. You're going to fill out this business credit mentorship application, fill everything out. It's standard information about your business to let me know so I can do a full business credit audit across all the business credit bureaus and the Secretary of State records. Make sure if there's any discrepancies or anything lacking. A lot of rich filmographic data is always lacking, I would say 90% of the time, of my students and people that contact me. We want to address those things immediately, because it's going to increase the chances for approval and higher starting limits. There's a lot of prerequisites that you need to take care of before you go apply for, say, Sam's Club No PG Business MasterCard. You need to know what to do to apply. Just because you have 7 trade lanes on Experian doesn't mean you're going to get approved. And if you get approved, it may be just a store card or a low starting limit. And it's hard to get a limit increase with that card as well quickly. So if you do these prerequisites that I teach and I walk you through, then you're more likely to get a higher starting limit, 10 to 20,000. After you do that, then I'm going to assign weekly tasks to you, anywhere from 4 to 6 tasks. And they could be, say, tasks to do about your business, to pass for manual underwriting reviews, applications to apply. I'll just show you a few here. This is a demo account, but as you can see, I actually break things down to my students weekly. I give them updates, ask, say, a bank balance, so I can see what's ideal for you every week. Every week it's going to get better and better what you're going to get approved for. As you can see, each task is broken down. I make everything super detailed. I write it all out. Like this one is pretty simple, short. It's NAVIN. Apply for this. It's no PG. I tell you what you need to get approved for it. Again, I'm not going to assign something to you if I don't feel you're going to get approved, okay? So I have to be 80% sure or confident that you're going to get approved before I'm going to assign it to you. So after you're done with that task, then you're going to click this mark done, and then it will alert me on the admin back-end dashboard side. And every week I'm going to review this and see what's best for you to apply for, just so you can start to get more and more approvals week after week. It is a process, but all my students see the best results after they do all these foundation things. Even if you're already established, I bet you 90% of you, if you were to contact me, I did an audit on your business credit reports. Even if you're established 5 years, it doesn't matter. 90% of you guys don't have these rich filmographic data or these foundation steps done, or you're lacking several of them, and that can make a great effect on you getting approvals or denials, especially if you're already established and you don't know why you keep on getting these denials, your business information can't be verified, and so on. Then there's probably a lot of prerequisites that you overlooked or that you don't know about that need to be done. Like I said, if you're interested, just text me. Sorry this video was so long. Again, happy Father's Day. If you are interested, just text 937-423-9954. I do offer payment plans. Till next time, you guys take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.